spoke on Friday about medical marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
You've talked about people believing that the old myth that smoking marijuana leads to a spiral of drug dependence and dissipation. You said some claim prolonged use of it can adversely affect the mental health of certain individuals. But you said compared to alcohol, it's a drug of peace and tranquility. And you say it's bizarre that its medical properties can't be utilised. You wrote, medical marijuana is already legal in Austria, Canada, Finland, Germany, Israel, Italy, the Netherlands, Portugal and Spain, and under state laws in more than 20 US states. What's wrong with us?
It's a very interesting question. What's wrong with us? We have a very complex, convoluted federal system, and drugs in Australia are regulated by both the state and federal governments. Medical use of drugs is essentially regulated by the federal government, whereas recreational use of drugs is controlled by the state governments. So the New South Wales state government inquiry, as you've discussed this previously on your program, has recommended approval of medical marijuana use, but it's quite a complicated thing because it comes under federal jurisdiction. And I rather think they're passing the buck between each other.
Yeah.
It really lacks compassion. I mean, there are people who are seriously in need of medical marijuana.
Correct.
Nothing else works.
Since my interview last week, I have been swamped with letters. I mean, women, mothers weeping in their correspondence, saying this will just save the pain of my son, my daughter, my husband. Now, there's a private member's bill before the New South Wales Parliament to provide for the use of medical marijuana. Surely of immediate concern, before we get debates and everything going, because that takes forever, shouldn't those people who are medically certified as deriving significant benefit from medical marijuana, shouldn't they be granted automatic exemption from criminal sanctions?
Well, yes, the compassionate thing would be to say, instruct the police, don't prosecute.
Yep,
the problem, of course, is that that's political interference in the activities of the police, and we don't want that. But Alan, my solution to this in the short term, I think, it would be to legalise it for all uses, recreational as well as medical. Then it's a matter of personal choice, adults making up their own mind. I don't particularly approve of marijuana for recreational use, but at the end of the day, if they're not hurting anybody else, it's not my business. And so if it was approved for recreational use, and that could be done quite easily under state law, then medical use is also free. It doesn't require the Commonwealth Government to regulate it. And it would.
And it doesn't require these families who need it to go sneaking around a corner,
Correct.
finding out where they'll get it, worrying about the quality of it, worrying whether it's going to affect them further.
Yeah.
I mean, something has to be done. I think that's the conclusion, isn't it?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Something has to be done. Yes.
Okay. Good to talk to you.
Thank you.
And well done. Well done. We like people with ideas, and you've got them.
Thank you very much, Alan.
There is the Senator-elect David Leyonhjelm.